It is Black Light. We still continuing on with the analysis of the Aboriginal black woman, the black man in the family, and uh, the last video I made, I was talking about uh, I was commenting on the new TV series Black Lightning, but I wanted to say this. I always been outside the system. Always been outside this system. I always was defiant of the white man. Uh, in my 71 years of being on this planet, everywhere I worked around them, I checked their ass as soon as I walked in the door. They call themselves checking me, but they got checked. I didn't care how big they was, how many of them they was. This is what my family produced. They produced like me. Ain't nobody else in my family like me. No one. Not even my Uncle Aziz. Not ain't nobody in the FOI like me. I know this for a fact. There might be one or two similar to me, but I never did no term in jail. I always got off light, probation or something, because I know how to deal. I was born to. I know how to play whitey. I know how to play him. I know how to play crackers. In Detroit, I'm gonna take time out and get away from analyzing the black woman for right now, because I see that on YouTube, I'm looking at these guys that call themselves leaders or whatever, and or they can speak real good, but in Detroit, it was a different city than all the cities in the United States, for the simple fact and the simple reason that Master Farad came here, put up Temple #1. It gave a whole new vibration to the city, and not everyone caught that. Not every black person, whatever, caught that vibration. Even those in the FOI and the Temple in the Nation of Islam in the early days, not everyone caught it. But it was some brothers that caught it though. Now, when the police rolled in on them, they kicked the police ass. But see, that's only was only a handful of brothers like that. I think my uncle was amongst them. He was there when that happened. And my family, it's a mixture. They gangsters and they spiritual. But the ones up here in Detroit, uh, they on my mother's side of the family, the majority of them were Muslims. And the rest of them is gangsters. That's how it is. There ain't no in betweens. On my father's side of the family, you got a little in betweens and whatever. But my father wasn't no punk either. I was in me and him, we was hanging. I think I was around in my 30s, and me and him, we went to this joint in Dearborn. This was before the Middle Easterns got in there and took over. And Dearborn in Detroit the mayor was racist, And me and my old man was in Dearborn. Went into this little restaurant, a burger joint, you know. Uh, so it was a bunch of white men in there, maybe about 5 of them, and that was it. And me and my old man, and they was looking at us. And my old man, you know, he said, "What the hell y'all looking at?" And the nigga all looked away, you know, you know. And I'm sort of like that, you know. I'm sort of like that. I can control them when I work around them. I control them. If I couldn't control them, I wouldn't work there. I quit. I tried to get some of the guys. You know, one time I went to this factory and there was unfair uh, labor practices in that place. I was real young then. I was about 18. I tried to get the guys to walk out because they had a straw boss, an old coon ass nigga. See, that's what they have. They have a coon ass nigga control the niggas. But this old coon ass nigga, he was scared of young people, you know. Because he know that he might subsequently get cut or shot or something, you know. Because we was, in those days, we were shooting foremans. We were beating up school teachers. We was defiant in Detroit. This is just before the 67 riots, see. So these people now, you know, they don't know how to use no psychological warfare. And when I always did have Islam in me, you know. I always did have the teachers, Motown Muhammad in me. I just wasn't going to the temple. We're gonna continue on the next Black Light Out.